Guys, I don't know how to tell you this, but 2K are at it again. They're doing stupid things. They're doing things that are not only breaking the game, but making the experience a lot less enjoyable. So, what's going on with 2K24 now? Well, it's about MyFaction. Because of course it is. This is the be-all, end-all for this company at this point, it seems. And they're now basically saying you have to play MyFaction. Especially if you're a core creator or someone who downloads stuff off of community creations. So let me explain what I'm on about. There has been a recent trend of them releasing new Persona cards. Now that's fine, right? Another 2K cash grab that you don't have to purchase, right? You know, it might be cool to have CM Punk with this Fire Burns, but it's not necessary, right? 2K want you to assume it's necessary. 2K are basically making it necessary. Now, I don't know if this is a bug or not, but with the recent news, and we will be getting onto the second example in a second, it doesn't look like it's a bug. It's very much intentional. Allow me to explain. So, shout outs to What's the Status for discovering this all the way back in October 15th. Which says, not so fun fact about WWE 2k24 patch 1.22. If you use the CM Punk DLC knee pads on your creation, they are now content damaged due to it being linked to the MyFaction Persona CM Punk from 2010. So any creations that has the CM Punk knee pads are now content damaged. I don't need to tell you about how scummy that is, right? And at first we all thought, okay, it was a bug, right? Maybe it was a one-off, maybe they'll fix it. We're on now patch 1.24. And they have not fixed it. And in fact, they have made the situation worse. Shoutouts to Game Vault for bringing this one to attention. They say no knee pad fix, all the CM Punks uploaded that use the default knee pads are still content damaged. Also, they removed Piper's, so Roddy Piper's knee pads and boots from the creation suite to use on the MyFaction Punk dressed as Roddy Piper. So if you use them, they are damaged as well. This is scummy. This sucks. And I'm probably not even affected, right? Like, but I could be. I could have been. I still could be. I could go to upload one of my cores right now that I put a CM Punk knee pad or a Roddy Piper boots and knee pads on and find out that I can't upload them because they're content damaged. And do you want to know what happens when something's content damaged? You would just think, okay, just remove the knee pads and the boots, right? And that will fix the problem. No. That does not fix the problem. Unfortunately, when something is marked as content damaged, you have to remake that from scratch. At least that's what I've had to experience whenever I've had something content damaged, right? I had one that had a moveset that for some weird reason had content damaged on the moveset. Probably an early DLC move that was uploaded before, and regardless of the fact that the DLC's out now, that was probably the case. So I had content damaged, and I was like, okay, I'll just change the moveset, because that seems to be the only problem. No, I had to completely remake that core, which is fun, right? So to all of the people who are making the tires and who are making cores and are experiencing this, then I am incredibly sorry, because this absolutely sucks, right? But this does absolutely set the tone for the last few months of service for this game, because we're probably gearing up for the DLC in a few weeks time, I believe, and then we're going to be moving on to maybe like 1 or 2 more patches before they start shifting out 2K25 marketing and you know, hard shilling of WWE 2K25. This is just setting the tone for what 2K25 is going to be and what the last few months of them backing the 2K24 machine is going to be. It's going to be, how much can we make from MyFaction? It's as simple as that at this point, right? They already have most of us locked in for the DLC. Most of us are out here buying the DLC every single year, pumping in 80 to like 110 pounds for the game every single year. They've started releasing a brand new DLC pack in the middle of the cycle as well, just to entice you to spend a little bit more money as well. And now they're adding in MyFaction. And that was fine, right? That was something that they could have in the background. But then they realized that maybe they were getting 1 or 2 sales of like £500, $900, whatever it was, right? For Final Boss Rock and Man Bun Roman. But then they realized, well, why would we want that on one person when we can get that from like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, or at least that's what they think, right? And this is a very, very scary time. I don't want to, you know, I know people are going to go, oh, well, it's core related stuff and I don't care. I just play the base game and buy the DLC. That's completely fine, right? Like if you don't touch community creations, then, and if you don't touch MyFaction, this stuff won't affect you, right? This really, really won't. But if you're someone that likes to download a bunch of cores, download new attires, maybe, you know, do a universe mode for fun, maybe you're a content creator, maybe you're a core creator, this will bite you in the ass. And this is going to continue, right? This is just a start. This is them testing it on 2k24, seeing what the feedback is, seeing what the overall sort of perception of it is. And if they even get so much as a positive feedback, right? Which I know what people are going to say, there's no way there's going to be a positive feedback, right? Well, the mouth says one thing, the wallet says the other. That's the whole thing, right? We can sit here and we can say that this is a really, really bad move, but if a bunch of people are buying, you know, VC and MyFaction points or whatever it is to buy the packs to get the CM Punk Persona cards or to get the Roddy Piper Persona card, it's never going to matter what the people who aren't spending money are saying, because the people who are spending money are just fueling 2K. And they're going to see that as, okay, we can make money from this, we're just going to continue doing it. This will be a problem. It's already a problem now, it's going to be a bigger problem, and it's just an underlying thing of just, simply put, 2K don't care. Like, can we talk about the fact that just, the game's been out for about 7 months now, and there are still glitches that have been brought into the game post-launch. That's the crazy thing. Some of these glitches weren't around at the beginning, right? Some of these glitches, some of these bugs weren't around when you first bought 2k24. I didn't get to enjoy the first month of 2k24. I've just experienced it from the double hair glitch being removed, from the hair dye thing turning people bald, from the logo glitch issues, to now the MyFaction wiping out creations and turning them into content damaged. Like, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but this is a problem. And I think the quicker people realize this, and instead of speaking with your words, you speak with your actions, the quicker 2K are going to realize, right? Like, I'm never going to spend a penny on MyFaction. I tried playing it for like 2 minutes, and I was already bored out of my skull from the first match. Simple as, right? MyFaction is such a stupid mode, and it's a literal cash grab. And I've said this in my reviews of 2K24 all year round. This game is a cash grab. 2K23 probably did well, but not enough money-wise. So now they're pumping in all of the money-making opportunities into 2K24, and this will continue going into 2K25, even if we remove the fact that 2K want money. They're not fixing the problems. In fact, they're making more problems. And that's a scary sign going into 25, right? I know everybody says it. If you're making content on wrestling games and whatnot, where else are you going to go? Right? Like, what else are you going to play to keep your universe mode or your core show or whatever you work on for content? How are you going to keep that alive when the servers go down for 2K24, not in 2025, but in 2026, right? How are you going to keep that going, right? When 2K is the only show in town, right? The only act in town. It's simple, right? You just make do with what you have. You make do with what you have on 2K24. You don't buy 2K25, because otherwise you're basically showing that you're supporting 2K in all of their actions and everything that they're working towards, right? You're telling them that they can milk you dry for all of your money, and in return you get a buggy game, but it's fine because at least we'll give you this fire burns for like £45. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's great, right? And I have said this, I have been incredibly against 2K recently. I've been against 2K probably since after 2K22. And I genuinely think this could be what tips me over the edge into not buying 2k25. But let me know what you guys think, right? Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe 2k fixes this at some point. I sincerely doubt it, but maybe they do fix it. Maybe I'm making this too much of an issue. Maybe it's a nothing burger. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. And yeah, see ya.